There you see the Southern States heavyweight champion Chase Emery on his way to the ring. Here today, 2 big title matches, plus news on May 23rd's Night of Champions in Mount Carmel, Tennessee. Southern States Wrestling Legacy starts now.
Once again, this match one fall for the Southern States Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the challenger, weighing in at 230 pounds from Greenville, Tennessee, Jeff Klepper. And the Southern States Wrestling Champion defending his title tonight, weighing in at 238 pounds from Shelby, North Carolina, Chase
Dallas, we're starting this one off hot. Hello again, everybody. The Southern States Wrestling title on the line right here. Popular Chase Emery putting the title up against Jeff Klepper. And I will say this about Jeff Klepper, as I said last week about P.D. Hogg. These are 2 guys you cannot sleep on. They can pull an upset about any time. But I want to say this. To pull that upset off, he's going to have to go all out and everything inside of him to beat this young man right here. Chase Emery, the heavyweight champion that I am so proud of and so happy to see this young man representing us as the heavyweight champion. And Dallas, I know that you've known Chase like me ever since he began his career. And look how this young man has grown.
And I knew it from the first time I ever met him, when he was just a young blue chipper fresh off of a Division I collegiate wrestling career. He was hungry, he wanted it so bad, and he has invested in himself. He's gotten himself in even better shape, which is a little bit of a surprise to me, because he was in top physical condition from day one. And you've got a great champion representing Southern States, and this, you're right, Jeff Klepper can pull it off, but he's going to have to go deep in the toolbox, and he's going to have one of the best nights of his life to do it against Chase Emery.
If it sticks to wrestling, Klepper doesn't have a prayer.
Shot. No shot.
Gardner-Webb University right here, Chase Emery, nationally ranked. Now he's a heavyweight champion here, professional ranks. I had a great conversation with my friend Gerald Briscoe just a couple of weeks ago about Chase Emery and his wrestling career and this young man, and how much he reminds me of a Briscoe brother. And Jerry Briscoe agreed with me, and I'm so happy to see this young man and see the eyes that are on him. And Klepper hurt him right there with that toe of the boot, and he's taking a shortcut right there too. I don't know if he went after the nose or went after the eye. This is the classic wrestler versus brawler.
There's that athleticism.
And just throwing him across the ring right there with the arm drags.
And Klepper is no small individual.
No.
I mean, that's a big sack of potatoes that Chase Emery's throwing around in there.
And I'll say this about Mr. Klepper here, too. Klepper's been around a long time, but in the last probably 6-8 months, he has grown more as a wrestler than all the years before. And I believe that's because he's fighting much tougher competition, and he's getting better at it, and he is taking his lumps. But right here, he's got the champion, but he took a second too long right there.
Yeah, you can't leave the Southern States Wrestling heavyweight champion an opening, or he's going to get right in there, and he's right back in control.
Yeah.
And look at this. Chase Emery hasn't even broken a sweat yet.
I have been traveling with Chase the last, couple of months, and talking with him in the car and picking his brain as a amateur wrestler, and me giving him advice from my experience in the pros over the years. And I have showed him some shortcuts, not to use, but just what people are going to do to you, Chase, in this situation. Like that right there. Don't be afraid to fight fire with fire. And that's exactly what he just did. Klepper wants to throw hands. Oh! And as I spoke right there, and that was legal. What Klepper did was legal. This is not legal. This is not legal at all. And, Chase finds himself in a little bit of trouble. Now we're going to see why he's the champion. We're going to show you why he digs down and why he comes back. This young man is so tough. Him and Marty Clay, best buddies, wrestling each other May 23rd right here at Mount Carmel, Night of the Champions. Title versus title. Who's going to walk out the champion? Who's going to be the better man that night? Or does it end up Marty Clay against Jeff Klepper?
Yeah, we could have a total flip of the script here.
Yeah.
And you know, something about Chase Emery, we talked about his early days when we first got to know him. The one thing he really lacked to me was the confidence we see in him now. But I could say the same thing about Jeff Klepper. This is a very sure of himself version of Jeff Klepper. And you saw it with that suplex right into the cover.
And he's had the champion in trouble a couple of times. He got him in trouble right now. But he's taking too much time, Dallas. Look how long. And that may go just, he's not ring ready. He's not in ring shape like he should be. He has to take that extra breath and not able to get him. He's setting him up for something big right here. A big kick right across the nose. I don't think he got him in the jaw the way he wanted to, but he got him in the nose. It's hard to fight when your eyes are watering and your nose is bleeding or running, and you see Chase trying to shake it off. Trying to get up. He ain't staying down.
No,
this kid ain't staying down. You know, we're going to play some words here in a few minutes from Marty Clay talking about Chase. And we heard Chase talk last week about Marty Clay and the respect these two men have, and Chase is in control again.
Champion's firing up.
Yeah. I believe Klepper has run out of gas. I believe the gas is on E, and it's almost to the red. And Chase is just playing with him right now, setting him up, big kick. Oh, is this the neck breaker? Yes, it is. And there it is, and I believe he's going to come out with the 3 count. Still champion, Chase Emery. Great showing from Jeff Klepper right there.
What a way to kick off the program.
It is. Let's take a look right now as you see the champion. Let's hear from the Appalachian Mountain champion, Marty Clay.
Chase, first of all, I'd like to congratulate you on your win. And May 23rd, brother, like you said, it's title for title. No games, no hair pulling, no eye poking, straight up wrestling. And the best man will walk out, the AMW and SSW heavyweight champion. And brother, I know we've trained together, we've traveled together, we've done this, we've done that. But Chase, I'm going to bring everything I got to make sure I walk out the Appalachian Mountain Wrestling and the Southern States Wrestling heavyweight champion.
See the stars of Southern States Wrestling in a town near you. Saturday, May the 10th, All-Star Wrestling, featuring SSW stars at the Stickleyville Community Center in Duffield, Virginia. Saturday, May 17th, Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, featuring SSW stars and Billy Gunn at the high school in Hazard, Kentucky. Wrestling fans, get ready. Southern States Wrestling presents Night of the Champions, Friday night, May 23rd, 7:30 p.m. at the Armed Forces Reserve Center, 399 Highway 11W, Mount Carmel, Tennessee. Sponsored by Dalton Direct Carpets and Flooring of Kingsport. Champions from Southern States Wrestling, Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, and All-Star Wrestling will be in action. Belts will be defended, grudges will be settled, and history will be made. You'll see the very best from 3 great promotions, all under one roof, all in one night. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime event. So make your plans, bring your friends, and be there!
Hello, I'm Ken Daffer, in honor of Dalton Direct Carpets in Kingsport. Starting March the 3rd, we begin our 48th anniversary sale with huge savings on all of our carpet, wood, vinyl, and waterproof flooring. We have thousands of square foot of flooring in stock for immediate installation. Our experienced salesmen, Barry and Scott, are available to show you our large selection of flooring at our showroom or bring samples to your home for a free estimate. That's Dalton Direct Carpets 48th anniversary sale in Kingsport.
Available on all streaming platforms. It's professional wrestling's greatest, largest, privately owned wrestling library. All the classic hits, flips, slams, and pins of yesteryear are on one place. It's Ultimate Classic Wrestling. Check out the Nature Boy Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Mr. USA Tony Atlas, Tito Santana, Rick Martel, a who's who of professional wrestling's greatest spotlight stars ever to grace the squared circle, all in one place. Grab the best seat in the house for memories and mayhem on Ultimate Classic Wrestling.
Use the code OUTLAWS in all capital letters to get this exclusive deal through Southern States Wrestling and the Outlaws podcast. Save 25% on your first bill by signing up through the website and watch it anywhere. Promo code OUTLAWS. More information in the description.
Next week, right here on this program, the Faction is getting a little payback on Grant Christall. Grant, you see, you snunk attacked me. You hit me in the back while I was up on the top rope. You cost us the SSW tag team titles. So, TikTok, Grant, you better be watching your back. And everybody watching at home, next week, you're going to see Grant get his. Conley, what you got to say about it?
You know, once we get past next week, on May 23rd, I want to challenge you, Murphy Costigan, for the AMW Southeastern title. I knew I had him. I had him right where I wanted him. And it slipped right through my fingers.
He's crafty, bro.
Night of Champions, that will not happen again. May 23rd, Murphy Costigan, Jeff Conley. AMW Southeastern title.
I get it, man. I get it. I'm not entirely happy about it, but I get it. I understand. Once you get that singles title off of Murphy,
we will get the tag titles after that.
Not just the tag titles. We're coming after every title in the region. We're coming after the SSW titles. We're coming after everything in Virginia, everything in Kentucky. The Faction is just going to be dripped out with all the championships.
All right, wrestling fans, again, this match is one fall TV time for the Southern States Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Introducing first of all the challengers, weighing in at a combined weight of 575 pounds. They are Wild Bill and CJ Knight. And the reigning and defending Southern States Wrestling Tag Team Champions, weighing in at a combined weight of 560 pounds. Miss Serenity has been barred from the building. The tag champs are Trey Chaos and Jordon Lawrence. The Serenity Syndicate.
Dalton Direct Carpets and Flooring main event here, Dallas. And how do you train or get yourself ready for an odd duo like CJ Knight and Wild Bill? One of them is going to fly all over the place, wrestle you, and the other one's just going to bulldoze you and beat you to death.
Yeah, beat you up. Beat you up. I got to be honest, I'm a little uneasy being this close to Jordon Lawrence.
Yes, yep.
Still a little beat up from a splash.
Yep, people that are new to our programming 2 years ago, Jordon beat up Dallas, broke a couple of ribs, got suspended for a long time for that. And speaking of suspensions, Miss Serenity has been suspended for the next few weeks on TV for her actions and all the stuff she's done here lately. But she will be back May 23rd for the Night of Champions. And her boys may not be the champions on the 23rd of May.
That's very true, and it's just as well to me because it's a hot night here tonight.
And here we go.
Yeah, it's getting started just like we expected.
And these two, there's long history with all four of them, but this is the first time we've ever had this matchup right here. And, just a few weeks ago on this program, Serenity and her boys were in trouble, and she had paid some guys to jump in, and if it wasn't for Wild Bill and CJ Knight, Jeff Baker and Jeff Conley would be out of action because they were both beat up that night, and thank goodness for Wild Bill and CJ to be there to help them. And she was mad about it. She wanted the match, and Bill and CJ went to Scott Sterling, the matchmaker, and said, hey, we want it, yes, but we don't want her at ringside. So she got suspended.
Yeah, very glad to see that Scott Sterling has obliged, and this is going to come down to the 4 men in the ring. Yep. Tag team titles on the line, and like you said, CJ Knight and Wild Bill, they're an odd couple, yes, but they would like nothing more than to walk into Night of Champions May the 23rd right back here in Mount Carmel wearing that gold around their waist.
Yeah, and CJ, a former heavyweight champion. Whoa, and look at that, he just snatched it.
Sure did. Grabbed him.
Wild Bill, the current legacy champion, and on the other side, the current tag team champions. And here, CJ is not letting Jordon Lawrence bully him. Oh, big chop. A year ago, this young man would have been bullied by these two, but he's not being bullied now. He's taking it right to him. And a big boot right to the face.
Very nicely done. It's nice to see CJ Knight come as far as he has. Like you said, he carried the Southern States Heavyweight Championship for a time period. You know, a bit of an upset when he won that title. But we've always said that the title can make the man, and I think it really has with CJ Knight because this is a different guy than I remember seeing the last time I was here.
And last week on this program, we saw an altercation in the dressing room where CJ just slapped the stew right out of Grant Cristall for running his mouth to him. We wouldn't have seen that a year ago.
No way.
No way. And I think that's come from maturity of, hey, you're not going to bully me. You're not going to push me around. Trey Chaos, Jordon Lawrence, for the longest time, they could not get along. Fighting all the time. I've seen several fist fights between the two of them in the ring, at ringside, in the dressing room. And something clicked the night they won the titles when Miss Serenity slapped both of them. She clicked something in them, and they begin to work as a team, and they have become a team, and they've become close-knit friends, and now they're the champions, and they've been the champions for some time.
Say what you will about Miss Serenity. She's obnoxious. I've wiped enough spit of hers off my face to last me a lifetime. But she brought these two together, and you know that we were talking about them the same way we talk about Wild Bill and CJ Knight at the very beginning, and now they look at it as in step as any team in this whole area of the country.
Yeah, and you can see now they're just taking the fight right to Wild Bill,
which they need to do.
Oh,
if they can isolate and eliminate Wild Bill and then get their hands back on CJ Knight, that's what's going to give them the best opportunity to retain those titles.
The longer it goes, it's not in the favor of Wild Bill. Wild Bill has told me I don't get paid by the hour, and he's proved. Look at this. Oh, he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to slam him. And now, oh gosh, just pounding him in the face and head. Bill and CJ want these belts, and they want to prove a point and get even because they both have had trouble with Serenity and her boys right there. Eat a turnbuckle pad. Oh, laying the leather to him. CJ coming back in. Big right hands. Jordon is in trouble.
Yeah, he's in no man's land right now.
I think one of those forearms to the face or the side of the head has addled him. He's having some trouble getting it together right here. Anthony right there asking if he wants to get him up and checking the shoulders. Able to roll him over for an attempted pin right there.
Nice job by CJ, though, keeping a hold, not letting go just because his shoulders were down, got the shoulders up, right back to it. He's still in the driver's seat.
Like a pit bull. He gets a hold of you now. He's got a hold of you, and he's not letting go. Trying to make a transition there as Jordon was able to fight out of it a little bit. Send the big man across the ring. Oh, big splash in the corner. Back to the headlock. Bulldog coming out of there, yeah.
Look at Lawrence's head and face just bounce off the mat on that Bulldog.
Yeah.
No, just CJ just didn't quite put all of his weight down on that shoulder, and Lawrence was able to get it up, but he did not kick all the way out of there.
Trey is rested and ready. Look at him pacing back and forth over there. He is ready to get in this match. And, oh, that that was just a forearm blow right between the eyes right there. And a thundering chop.
Just a thud off the chest of C.J. Knight.
And another one. Jordon, I believe, is mad. And now he repays the favor of the big splash. And just like that, the tide turns. Here comes the...
Hello, I'm Ken Daffer, owner of Dr. Direct Carpets in Kingsport. Welcome to our 48th anniversary sale starting March the 3rd. We have thousands of square feet of carpet, wood, vinyl, and waterproof flooring in stock for immediate installation. Free estimates and credit terms are available. Come by and let Barry or Scott help you with your selection of flooring. Remember, flooring is what we do, so come to Dr. Direct Carpets and let us do some flooring for you. That's Dr. Direct Carpets' 48th anniversary sale in Kingsport.
Wrestling fans, check out Outlaws to Independence, a new monthly podcast covering the wild and crazy world of outlaw independent pro wrestling from the 1940s through the 1990s. It's hosted by Handsome Bo James, the King of Kingsport, and John Bouchier. Outlaws to Independence is available on Spotify, Podcast Index, and Amazon Music. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram to find out when new episodes are dropping, and much, much more. It's Outlaws to Independence, the stories of the pioneers of independent wrestling. See the stars of Southern States Wrestling in a town near you. Saturday, May the 10th, All-Star Wrestling, featuring SSW stars at the Stickleyville Community Center in Duffield, Virginia. Saturday, May 17th, Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, featuring SSW stars and Billy Gunn at the high school in Hazard, Kentucky. Wrestling fans, get ready. Southern States Wrestling presents Night of the Champions, Friday night, May 23rd, 7:30 p.m. at the Armed Forces Reserve Center, 399 Highway 11W, Mount Carmel, Tennessee. Sponsored by Dalton Direct Carpets and Flooring of Kingsport. Champions from Southern States Wrestling, Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, and All-Star Wrestling will be in action. Belts will be defended, grudges will be settled, and history will be made. You'll see the very best from three great promotions, all under one roof, all in one night. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime event. So make your plans, bring your friends, and be there!
The proof is in the result. And still, Appalachian Mountain Wrestling Southeastern Champion, Lord Murphy Costigan. Jeff Connolly, a great wrestler in his own right, but he couldn't hang with the Royal Road. He couldn't unseat the sophisticated scoundrel. Now I turn my sights to something new. May the 23rd, Armed Forces Reserve Center, Mount Carmel, Tennessee, Night of Champions. You've got the Southern States Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Chase Emery, versus the Appalachian Mountain Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Marty Clay. Lads, I wish you good fortune. You know, you say you're best friends. Well, friendship doesn't mean that much when everything's on the line now, does it? But whichever one of you wallopers walks away with both the titles, understand one thing. The next person you're going to be looking at is me. I still have the AMW Southeastern Heavyweight title. That means I'm the #1 contender for the AMW Heavyweight Championship. That Southern States Wrestling Heavyweight title is still mine. So lads, take heed and take care, because once this is done, you're going to have to wrestle the Royal Rogue. You're going to have to contend with the sophisticated scoundrel. You're going to have to fight the bruiser from Glasgow, Lord Murphy Costigan.
The corner, well-rested partner right there, and another big chop, and a big forearm, and a chop, and a big forearm. Kicks his legs out from underneath him. Big knee right to the side of the head. Here comes Trey with something, and oh, he just threw all of his weight right. He may have broke his nose right there.
The referee having to show a lot of discretion here.
And he's got, they may have been able to put him away right there. Jordon getting that last cheap shot in. He got him. And CJ is in trouble. And I'm going to tell you this. We have talked about the growth of other men the last couple of weeks. This Trey Chaos right here has grown. Nice neck breaker. He has grown as a wrestler, as a champion. And look at him staring at Wild Bill. Long time problems between those two men for the legacy title, now for the tag team titles. You know, and Chaos and Lawrence have told me that they are not going to lay down for anybody. You can beat us, but you're going to have to beat us. And that's CJ's trying to fight out of it. Nice small package. He may get him right. No, only a 2 count.
Yeah, CJ didn't quite have that locked in as well as he wanted to, and that was all it took for Trey Chaos to escape. And now the champions are back in control.
Oh! And another boot right to the face. And they want to punish him. He had him beat right there. He rolled off of him. They want to punish this young man. They're trying to prove a point of, hey, don't ever get involved in our business. May 23rd, tag team titles, the Night of Champions will be on the line. Who is going to be defending it out of these? Oh, nice drop kick, big tag. Here comes Wild Bill in there. Just knocking Trey Chaos down. Just hammering.
Like a house on fire. Wild Bill taking on the tag team champions all by himself right now. CJ getting to his feet in the corner. Wild Bill sizes up Trey Chaos in the corner, runs in with that big splash all the way to Wild Bill, takes down Trey Chaos. Hang on just a second. Another great title matchup ruined. Anthony's calling for the bell.
And that's payback for the slap last week. What in the heck? CJ went face first in. He's down on the mat.
Oh, and look, Jordon Lawrence has that cowbell, that rope.
Yeah, man, they're going to work there. Was this some kind of setup?
I can only speculate, but what a terrible way to end this great tag team title affair.
We need to get some help out here. If the bell ringer ring the bell, we need somebody to come help. They are doing a number on Wild Bill. They're using his own rope. Dallas, I'm going to try to get some help.
Well, Bo James is leaving the broadcast position. He's going to try to get Wild Bill some help, and now Jordon Lawrence unloading on Wild Bill. Trey Chaos getting his stomps in as well. CJ Knight still out of it, down on the floor. Trey Chaos flies in with that drop kick. And Wild Bill is in a bad way here at the hands of the Southern States Wrestling Tag Team Champions. And hang on! And now Mike Mann's out here. And it's 3-1.
This is crazy. I found some help. There's some help coming. The help is coming behind me somewhere here.
This is just really getting out of hand. Mike Mann has joined in on the fun. No Miss Serenity, no problem for the tag team champions. They'll leave with the belts, and finally, here we go. Here we go. They're running for cover now. Because that's Big Scary. And they don't call him that for nothing.
And look at this. Who would have ever thought? But he said, I'm coming. Big Scary Travis Lee saving Wild Bill. Who would have ever saw that coming?
Beats anything I've ever seen.
What a wild week this has been. We're getting closer. Night of Champions, May 23rd. Mike Mann is going to get a title shot at Wild Bill the 23rd for the Legacy title. I'm worried about CJ on the ground over here. This is a crazy mess that we have seen. Make sure to be right back here next week. We'll be back with even more news about the 23rd of May and some great wrestling action for you.